The Yale student who drove a U-Haul into a crowd and killed a woman will not go to jail.
22-year-old Brendan Ross pled guilty to reduced charges this morning in New Haven Superior Court. News 8's Kent Pierce live in our newsroom tonight with the deal that kept that student out of prison. Kent?
Yeah, Darren and Sonia, Brendan Ross killed a woman when he accidentally drove a U-Haul loaded with beer kegs into the tailgating crowd outside the Yale Bowl. But now he will not be going to prison. He's very happy about that because it was an accident. Prosecutors are fine with it, and it turns out so is the victim's family. All Brendan Ross had to do was say guilty 2 times, and he walked out of court with no jail time. In November of 2011, Ross was behind the wheel of a U-Haul truck loaded with beer kegs. He pulled into the parking lot of the Yale Bowl for some tailgating. Police determined he was sober, but accidentally hit the gas instead of the brake and drove into 3 women, injuring 2 and killing 1. In May, Ross was arrested for negligent homicide. Since then, his lawyer Willie Dow put together a deal to get that dropped down to the level of a couple traffic infractions.
He's grateful for that. Part of that came about because of the compassion and understanding of the family of the young woman who died.
30-year-old Nancy Barry of Salem, Massachusetts, died in that crash. Court records say her family supported the plea deal. Dow says both families agreed putting Brendan behind bars would only ruin another life.
From the very beginning, Brendan and his family have expressed their compassion to the Barry family. His family went to the wake for Miss Barry. She remains in his prayers. He's a very spiritual, religious kid.
His crash prompted Yale to change tailgating rules. No more kegs, no more students driving trucks. The 22-year-old Ross pled guilty to improper start and unreasonable speed. The judge sentenced him to 400 hours of community service, saying it's a punishment, but a punishment that lets him go on with his life.
What's important here is that this young man can walk out of this courthouse and say, look, something happened, I was involved, it was unfortunate. I want to make sure that things are right, and I'll be able to do so.
Now, Ross is set to graduate from Yale in May. His lawyer says he wants to work with a nonprofit group in China to fulfill that 400 hours of community service. Ross's legal problems are not over, though. He still faces civil lawsuits, but he will not have a criminal record. Live in the News 8 newsroom, I'm Kent Pierce. Darren, back to you.